Hi, this is Michael Press, Program Manager for CMC. Today I want to show you how to use and configure customizable product fields in CMC. Here's a summary of what we'll cover so you can skip ahead if you're only looking for a specific topic. Custom product fields allow you to create your own custom fields that appear on all of the stories in your product, just like regular Salesforce fields. Here's an example of a story in a product that's already been fully configured. In the Custom Products Fields section, we can see examples of the kinds of custom fields you might need on your project. Only those fields that you've actually configured on your product will show up in the Custom Product Values section. The first row has 2 Picklist fields, the next row 2 Checkbox fields, then 2 text fields, 2 date fields, and this last row before the special product instructions has a master-dependent Picklist set. Now let's edit these fields to see what they look like. In edit mode, you can see they behave just like regular Salesforce fields. We've got a pick list with values that are defined on our product to appear in this pick list, in this case specific business units. We've got the 2 checkboxes, the text fields, and the dates that behave just like regular Salesforce fields. And then we have a set of master and dependent pick lists, in this case configured to be capability and sub-capability. They behave just like a regular master dependent pick list set in Salesforce. I can pick a particular value, and it gives me a unique set of sub-values for that particular value. Now let's see how we configure custom product fields. Let's start with the simpler fields first, the text, date, and checkbox fields. Here's a story on a product that has no custom fields configured. We can see in the Custom Product Values section, there's just a statement that these can be configured on the story's product, and we have nothing configured for special product instructions. So now let's go to this story's product to configure the custom fields. You'll now see on the product record a new related list called Product Custom Fields. So creating a new custom field on our story is as simple as creating a record in this related list. We have to choose the CMC object that we want the custom field to appear on. Right now only story is supported. We'll then select a field type. Let's start with checkbox 1. Checkbox 1 will appear in the left column of the Custom Product Values section. Checkbox 2 would appear on the right column. We'll give this checkbox a label. Let's say on this project we need to track these stories that are specifically mentioned in the SOW. And we'll give our field help text to help users understand what the purpose of this story is. Now let's go check out our story again. Like every story in our product, the Custom Product Values section will show the SOW item checkbox that we just configured. You can see our help text is shown as well. Users can set this field on or off by editing the story as normal. Similarly, we can add a text and date field to the stories on our product. We'll add a text field. Let's say we need a comment around this SOW item. And we'll add our date field. So it was that simple to add a text, checkbox, and date field to show up on our stories. Now let's add a custom pick list field to our story configuration. The first step is to define the Picklist field, just like we did for the custom checkbox, text, and date fields. So we'll select Picklist 1, give it a label. Let's say we need to track the customer business unit. So now we've defined the Picklist field that will show up on our stories, but we still need to add the values that will be displayed in the Picklist. To do that, we just add custom Picklist value records for Picklist 1 for each value we want to show up in the Picklist, very much like configuration of Picklists in Salesforce. We'll select custom Picklist 1 and we'll add our business units. Now let's go look at the story on our product. So we can see our customer business unit field appearing on the first line of the custom product values section. And now when users edit the story, they can select the appropriate value. The persona field on a story is a little different from the other custom product fields. It always appears in the description section between the acceptance criteria and change enablement fields, but it is a custom product field, so you can configure the persona picklist choices that appear for the stories in your product. Let's see how to do that. The persona field is basically a custom picklist, but you don't need to add a custom field record since it always appears on the story. All you need to do is define the values that will be available on the story by creating product custom picklist value records and setting the field type to persona. Now we can see our 3 persona values that we added to our product and that will appear on all of the stories in our product. Let's look at a story and see what this looks like. Now when we edit the story, we'll have those 3 persona choices that we added to the product for all stories. Persona is a multi-select field, so I can select as many personas as are applicable and save the record. The final custom product field that we'll add to our product is a master detail pick list set. Just like with standard Salesforce master detail pick lists, this gives us the ability to provide secondary choices that depend on the primary value the user chooses. First, we need to add the custom master and dependent pick list fields to our product. So now we've defined the master and dependent fields that will show up on our stories. Now we need to add the values that will be displayed in the pick lists. First, we have to define a product custom master pick list value. And then on this master pick list value, we add the dependent values that will show up when we select dog in the primary pick list. So now you can see for our primary pick list value of dog, we have the dependent pick list choices, beagle and pug. Let's add a second set of choices for cat. Now let's go look at a story and see what this looks like. Now in our custom product values section, you can see we have our animal master pick list and our breed dependent pick list. Let's edit this story and see how that works. Now when we select cat, we get the cat choices. If we switch to dog, we get the dog choices. In this video, we showed how to configure the various types of custom product fields for your stories. As always, reach out to the CMC chatter group if you have any questions or comments.